Hey guys, I'm so excited today because I get to introduce my very first princess to you, and I've been thinking about painting this collection for many months. I finally finished the first one, and I just want to tell you a little bit about her. I chose to do this woman. She's actually not an angel. I know a ton of people have asked me if she's an angel because of the wings, but she's not an angel. She's a person just like me and you. She's a princess, and she has, in this painting, I painted her so that she's fully vulnerable and she has nothing covering her shoulder, but then she has these beautiful big wings around her. And I just really want to just release to you this word about living in a place in our lives where we are so safe and we are living in a place of rest. Because it's easy to talk about that, but it's another thing to actually live like that. But it's amazing how much the Lord helps us to step into a new lifestyle just through truth. If we just know truth and we just make it our truth, we can actually start living in that place. And so I just want to share with you some truth that's going to help you to start living in a place where you're fully at rest, where you don't try and cover your own back, but where you really are able to let God cover you. There's a scripture that says, "The wicked flee when no man pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion." And I've always thought that's such an interesting thought, that, we can be running all of our lives from something, but nothing can be following us. I mean, isn't that just a sad picture to just watch someone running for their life, but knowing that nothing is chasing them? And could you imagine living your whole life just feeling like you're being chased and feeling like you're running away, or feeling like somebody's going to find out that you're a fake, or feeling like there's this expectation of evil that's just going to catch up with you? And so, we could live like that our whole lives. And clearly, it's a way that humans do live sometimes. But then it says, the righteous are bold as a lion. And so we know that there's a way to live where we're actually bold as a lion. If a lion walks into an environment, it has no adversary. When the other animals or even people see a lion coming, they just give the lion way, because the lion is fully powerful. And this princess is a lion. Her name is Cherished, but she's a lion. She's fully powerful. And she doesn't look like a lion because she looks so vulnerable, but that's the point. The point is, she's fully backed and covered by these huge, beautiful wings, that she can actually be vulnerable and safe just being herself. She doesn't have to cover herself because she's got this power behind us. And that's the way that we're actually designed to live. God never made us with this really hard armor on us. He gave us a really soft skin. And he did that because he knew that he had the power and the full capability of protecting us. And a lot of times we just create our own armor in life. And sometimes we go about, even from the time we're young, and we just build up this armor because we get hurt and we feel like if we don't defend ourselves, no one is going to. And so it's not only physical armor, and it's not only physically running from fear, but a lot of times it's mental armor, and we spend a lot of our energy and our time and our emotions just going through scenarios and ways that we can defend ourselves. And we rehash things in the past, and we rehash what we did wrong or what we did right, and we just create this crazy armor around our lives. And we do not live in vulnerability with God or with people, because we're afraid that if people see who we are, or maybe if God sees who we are, we're going to be rejected, or we're going to get found out. But that is not the heart of God. And I just want to share with you, there's a story in the Bible about Jesus, and there's this woman who's caught in adultery, and she's literally been sleeping with a man that's not her husband, and she's been in secret, and they've pulled her out, and she's full of shame. They've pulled her out of the room, and they've taken her to the public square, literally in front of all these people. And she's so embarrassed, and literally she's got her back to them. The Bible tells us that they actually picked up stones. They were going to stone her. And I'm sure that she was feeling in her heart, oh my goodness, I deserve to be stoned right now. I deserve this. And I've finally been found out. I knew it was going to happen. And finally they found out. They found out what a fake I am, or they found out that I'm not who they thought I was. And now I'm going to pay for my own sins. But Jesus is right there, and he does something to her, and she's having this expectation that this onslaught is about to hit her from behind, and she's defenseless. But Jesus comes and he covers her, and he defends her, and he defends her not because she's right, but because she's loved, and because she's beautiful, and because he regards her as worthy of his love. And so he defends her. And he says to her, where are your accusers? I don't accuse you. And that is the heart of God for us. And you know, when we learn to live in that place where we learn to believe that he fully has taken away every reason for accusation on our life, we don't have to defend ourselves against anyone, against any voice or any lie. We can literally rest in his wings and be fully protected. Do you know what happens to us when we live like that? We become bold as lions. We become those that guard and chase our dreams. We become fearless because we are so covered. And the crazy thing is that we're so vulnerable at the same time. We don't have to pretend to have it all together, but we just know how loved we are, and we know how protected we are by him. And I want to just share with you, I want to read you one verse. It's so powerful. It's Psalm 91 verse 4. It says this: he will shield you with his wings. He will shelter you with his feathers. His faithful promises are your armor and your protection. Wow, so we don't have to create our own protection. He has promised to protect us. And sorry, I want to read another verse. The first verse in that psalm says this: those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest. Wow, in the shadow of the Almighty. So we'll actually find rest in him. And rest is one of the most important things in life, because when we're able to rest in God and not perform and not create armor and not run away continually, but just rest and receive, we become conquerors. We become lions. We know that we are lions and conquerors when we know that we are cherished. And so I just release the word from this painting to you, that you are just like this lady. You may be vulnerable, and you must be. We have to be vulnerable, because if we're not vulnerable, then we create our own armor, and then his armor can't cover us. But we have to just be so vulnerable and choose to find our rest in him. Choose to snuggle up under his wings, and you will find that they are the most strongest, trustworthy wings of protection over your life. So I bless you, and I want to just tell you to declare over yourself that you are like this woman. Just speak it over yourself. It is truth. Declare it. Live by it. Believe it. And you will experience the goodness of God. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.